Independent Client Customer Hyde. This is 802. I wanted to do a quick video to show you a couple things. Number one, this hole in the wall here was behind a splash. The other splashes are in there, but this was not something we did. This was actually, someone put a splash over it last time, and this is just full of caulk on the back of the splash. But the new splash will cover it. So what about the splashes? I am missing a left hand and I'm missing a right hand splash. The vendor for this is 111 inch long, so we had to order this as one piece of material. We didn't want to put a seam or anything in the sink. So the materials we had for the other jobs are all 8-foot materials. So this was 111 inches. So still square edge, still sit on splash, everything matches what you had before. But as far as that goes, the right and left hand splash, I've got to call the vendor and get them to find those for me. If they don't have them, good news is I still have the sinkhole cut out that I told them to leave for me. So I have some material to make those out of. So one way or the other, I'll have splashes to you this week for this right and left hand side. Couple of things too about the sink. This is one of those sinks that the edge of the sink is rolled over. It's called a kindred. And so this sink has some clips on the bottom. We went ahead and put them all back on, but the size of the sink was what was causing your problem. If you look right here, it is slightly under 33. It's also slightly under 22. And the edge of this is rolled. So like if you can imagine this metal is bent around like my knuckles and the clamps down here. So I have put a really decently heavy bead of silicone here because there's not a flat edge for this to square to the bottom with. This thing, like I said, the tighter you clamp it, the more it lets go of the bottom. I would recommend another sink if you have one. If not, this one will do. Like I said, you can see it, I put a really decent under the flange as well as around the edge of the flange kind of seal on it, so it wouldn't have any problems with anything. Okay, so the other thing is this strainer basket, we were not able to get the nut to tighten up on that strainer basket. It's actually stripped, so we left the water off. Now, what I did do is I went ahead and put silicone on the bottom or the top of the tailpipe piece, and I siliconed it to the bottom of the sink base, and then the nut would fit without the washer. So the washer itself that's on here, whoever's put the thickness of the washer, that bottom edge of that actual thread is stripped. So I was able to silicone the top of the tailpiece to the bottom of this and was able to tighten it up taller. In other words, into some fresh threads without the washer. But with the washer, this will not tighten up. And so a new strainer basket is going to be required if this happens to leak. Now, if you look right here, it was leaking before. You can see where water was coming around and making it. So it possibly just needs to be replaced. On this one, we didn't have to take the disposer off of it. We just lifted it out with it on it. But the skirt right here is actually caught in the bottom. It's not broke off. It's caught underneath the flange of that. So if that matters, you can take the disposer, I guess, apart and get it out. But whoever hooked it up last time, they caught part of the skirt, and that's why it looks like that. And of course, they don't have the sign back over here where it was. Anyway, either way, but the water is turned off for that reason. I went ahead and set the dishwasher back flash with the frames like it should be, and then that gives you a nice straight line here at the top of the dishwasher. Over here, 24 backsplash, 2 finish ends, no problem. 24 left splash, backsplash, no problem. 1, 2, 3 were what were taped to the top of the backsplash, and this long one. And so we're missing the right hand, and it needs to be, this is for my vendor, the right hand needs to be 24 3/8, and the left hand side needs to be 24 3/8 as well. All right. Otherwise, everything is done. It'll take about 24 hours or so for all the caulk joints and everything to dry good, but it is lacking the right hand and left hand splash. Once we get those in, or I'll build some, one or the other, I'll be back out to put those on for you. Any questions, feel free to give me a call, 423-650-1051. Have a great day.